Hey, this is Cavallo. Welcome to Central America. I happen to be on vacation, but I want to make sure to get you your video. Today we're going to talk about how to get him back. 7 steps to getting your ex back. You know, sometimes love runs wild and free. You get involved with a guy, you have a wild and passionate love affair. Sometimes love stalls and there's a pause in your relationship. And sometimes love just comes to an end. So how do you know what your situation is? Well, I'm going to explain how you can better understand where you stand with them while you're apart, and I'll even help you press play on your relationship again. All right, so get your ex back. Step number 1, confession is good for the soul. We got to talk. You know that you need to admit something, right? Come on, confess. We both know that you both had a hand in how things went down in your relationship. Now, I say this because it's tempting to get into the I was right and you were wrong bandwagon. And trust me on this, blame will not work in your favor. Let me share a little bit of truth with you. He won't start dating you again just because you made him more wrong. Think about that for a second. It's true. And of course, on the other hand, it's also not all your fault. You should also sit down and just make a list of the things that you both need to work on together. What's that? You need some suggestions? Okay, well, number 1, communication. Uber huge, dude. Can I call you dude? I bet any amount of money that the two of you, well, there are plenty of things between the two of you that should have been talked about. Oh, and number 2, work on your communication. Yeah, seriously, I know you just heard me say that and you kind of whatevered me on it. You probably hear it all the time, communication, but it actually works. Nobody actually does work on their communication. They all just keep getting into new relationships, hoping that the next person will not force you to change at all because, well, that's what compatibility seems to mean, right? You don't have to change anything. Well, you got to work on stuff. Work on the talk therapy. All right, get your man back. Step number 2, put your lariat away. If you're not a farmhand, you might not know that a lariat is a lasso used to rope cattle. Now, you're wondering, why didn't I just say lasso? Well, I'm trying to look cool and come up with new words for the videos. A lasso is how a lot of women try to get their man back. They try to rope him in, they get needy on him, or they'll even sometimes compromise their boundaries and standards to do it. Sometimes they even beg. Bad idea. If you look desperate, that's going to push him away super fast. Men are most attracted to women who have their act together, and being needy or desperate is the complete opposite. So don't try to convince him to come back. He has to know that you're fine without him before he's going to value you again. Don't be distant, because that's also going to feel a bit weird. Just keep your posture and your dignity. All right, pull him back to you. Step number 3, get your support team ready. One of the best things you can do is to get your lineup of tried and true gal pals ready to do the support work for you. You want to have at least one good female friend that you can call on when you have your moment of weakness. If you're starting to sense that you might slip up and call him in a panic, you need to call her. Or maybe you're planning to text him or whatever. Having a woman who can talk you down from the ledge is essential to you retaining your sanity. Make him want you again. Step number 4, keep your eyes on the prize. A big part of manifesting the relationship you want is keeping the attitude of the woman that deserves to get it. You need to have a really clear vision of the kind of relationship you want to be in. Now, I suggest some journaling and some serious thought to this because, well, if you don't know where you're going, anywhere you wind up is going to be fine, right? I'll tell you why most women don't do this little bit of work of planning. They're afraid that it will mean that they're cheating. Not cheating on him, cheating the game of love. She didn't let destiny make love happen. Well, I'll give you a little newsflash here. Destiny is not responsible for lasting, loving relationships. People are. All right, make him come back to you. Step number 5, make him come A-Knockin. One of the best ways to make sure that your man comes back to you with the right attitude is to make sure he comes to you instead of the other way around. Yeah, you want him to be the one asking you to give it another try. Now, there's a few reasons for this. Reason number 1, you'll know he's still feeling the love. You want your man to demonstrate his feelings for you, or you'll always be wondering if he just got back together because he had no other options, or he just wanted to get back into bed with somebody. Reason number 2 is you'll be in a better position. If he has to work to get you back, you'll be in a better position with him. He'll value your relationship more. And reason number 3, he'll be reinvested in your relationship all over again. You see, you want your man to work to get you back into your arms so he will appreciate what it is he's got. And he'll be the one that's going to be trying harder to keep you this time around. The person doing the work is the one that is investing their heart and soul in the relationship. All right, make your man come back to you. Step number 6, avoid the easy mistakes. There's a few common mistakes that every woman makes when she's trying to get her ex to come back to her, and they can be easily avoided if you know what it is you want to watch out for. Mistake number one is trying to use pity, guilt, or other manipulative tactics to get him back. Guys really hate this one. If you're working his emotions, with or without the tears, he's going to feel like you're just manipulating him to get him back to you. Mistake number two, letting jealousy take over. If he starts dating someone else during the process of you guys trying to get back together, you could be caught off guard and freaked out, especially if you create expectations that were not communicated clearly. Which brings us to mistake number three, wild mood swings. Wildly fluctuating mood swings, going from cold to aloof to nasty all the way back to sweet and loving, that's all going to weird him out big time and probably make him feel very unstable with your connection. You're already uncertain enough where you are, so you don't want to leave him feeling unbalanced. All right, and finally, get your ex back. Step number 7, wash, rinse, do not repeat. I'd be kidding you if I didn't mention that all this work is for nothing if you don't know how to keep him once you want him back. I've seen many women get to the point of having her man fall in love with her again, only to make the same dumb mistakes and lose him all over again. Look, there's a very simple trick to keeping a guy interested in you and desiring you. You have to be able to connect to him on a level that no other woman can. Connecting with a man takes a very special understanding of how guys think and what motivates us. Now, I spent over a decade working with men on all their most intimate desires with women. I worked with the guys who decided to get back together with her and the guys that chose not to. And guess what? I heard their secrets. I heard what they wanted, what they didn't want. And I'm here to tell you that I took a lot of notes on this stuff. Can you imagine what that would be like if you could just sneak a peek into the intimate details in my notebooks and find out what the exact words were that these men used when they revealed their most secret thoughts? What kind of power would that give you? Would you like to get a look at my notes and my discoveries? Do you want to know what it is that all men are thinking about you? Well, I've got a great way for you to discover it. Go on over to datingadviceguru.com/connection code. That's datingadviceguru.com/connection code. Just click the link you see below the video here, and it'll take you right over there. Of course, don't forget to do the big 3 on this video. What are they? First of all, like this video. Second of all, subscribe so you keep getting more of this great, juicy stuff. And then number 3 is to make sure you leave your comments and questions below. I do check them, and I love to see what your questions are for my future videos. This is Carlos Cavallo from datingadviceguru.com. I'll be talking again soon, and as always, live and love with passion.